Hello everyone. We'll wait for 5 more minutes and then we can start.
Yes, yes,
Hello everyone. We'll wait for 5 more minutes and then we can start.
yes, yes,
Hello everyone. We'll wait for 5 more minutes and then we can start.
yes, yes,
Hello everyone. We'll wait for 5 more minutes and then we can start.
yes, yes.
Okay, shall we begin?
Yeah. So now, good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to you
Shall
all.
we begin?
Hope you all are doing good. Myself, Arshma Saeed, the host of today's event. The topic of today's event is how to efficiently use LinkedIn for career growth. Since everyone is aware of LinkedIn, which is a social networking platform for career development and building professional networking. It provides a lot of services to get career opportunities for jobs, building connection, provide resources for learning and ideas. LinkedIn gives you the ability to showcase your profile, expertise, recommendation, and connection. Not only is your profile the first professional impression of you when recruiters and employers use LinkedIn to search for candidates, but it also demonstrates credibility in your industry and highlights your achievements. Now, I would like to invite my co-host, my friend Maria Usman, to introduce our speaker, Miss Misli Zehra. So now, Maria, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. Myself, Maria Osman, and I would like to introduce the speaker of our today's event, Ms. Maslay Zehra, who is going to reflect on how to efficiently use LinkedIn. She's a LinkedIn organic growth strategist, personal branding expert, content marketer, and content creator. She has efficiently built a community of 20,000 plus people in less than a year. Also, she helps business to business and startup founders to build their brands on LinkedIn. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Maslay Zehra to speak on the efficient use of LinkedIn account in professional development through her presentation. But before that, it is requested to all the attendees to mute yourself during the session. And all the related queries are to be written in the given form in the chat box and will be discussed at the end of the event. Over to you, Ms. Maslay.
Thank you so much for the introduction. Um, okay, so without further ado, let's start. Thank you so much for the introduction. Okay, so without further ado, let's start. Just give me a confirmation if you can see my screen.
Yes, your screen is visible.
All right. Um, so let's go. There are a few ground rules that I would like to clarify in the beginning. First thing first, if you are sitting without your pen and paper, please go grab your pen and paper because this is not just another lecture. This is actually, it's going to be very practical and you would want to write a lot of things. A lot of things are not there in the PPT and a lot of things would be come up spontaneously. So you would want to write. Second thing, I would be answering all the questions in the end. And the third thing, that's very important. If you are not into the mindset of taking action and exploration, then this workshop is not going to help you. So have the mindset of executing most of the things that is being taught here. So let's go. And I'm not kidding when I say that execution can get you this. But firstly, before moving on ahead, I would tell you why LinkedIn. You should understand why LinkedIn. Why are we discussing LinkedIn? Why not any other platform here? So LinkedIn has only 2 to 3% of 722 million LinkedIn members who are actively sharing content on LinkedIn, and only 1% of them are sharing content on a weekly basis. So they are consistent, and you see that here it is a huge opportunity for you. Instagram and platforms like Twitter are already getting saturated because there's so many creators coming up every day, and it becomes very difficult for you to position yourself. But on LinkedIn, you have the first mover advantage. So if you start on early, you can position yourself very well, and you can position yourself as a thought leader in the industry. It can get you connected directly with the top recruiters and CEOs if you're looking for job opportunities and also internships. 49% of the LinkedIn members have a household income of more than 75,000 US dollars. Convert into INR, and it's a lot of money. So you can basically be friends with the richest. And LinkedIn is a gold mine because why not? Here are a few creators who are basically from the tech background and they're doing immensely well on LinkedIn. First is Shreyan. He has a newsletter of more than 5,000 plus subscribers, and he has monetized his audience really well. Next is Yugansh. Yugansh is also from a tech background, and he started his journey as a LinkedIn creator. Then he became a freelancer, and now he is building his own startup. Um, Aniket is on a mission to empower 200 plus interns and give them the best opportunities in the industry, and he is also monetizing his audience really well. Now, let me know how many of you think LinkedIn is just a job board. I would like to know how many of you think LinkedIn is just a job board. Type me in the chat box. Okay. One is saying not me. Good. A lot of you were saying me. It's not a job board. It's not just a job board. I'm sorry. So here's the truth. LinkedIn is a platform where you can generate leads for your business. I'm doing that right now currently for my business. Do marketing for your products and services. Start your journey as a content creator. Get freelancing gigs. Network with recruiters and get hired at your dream company and monetize your audience. We'll come on monetizing your audience later because I've been speaking a lot since the very beginning. But who am I? Who am I to teach you? Why me? Why not someone else? Hi, I'm Ms. Zehra. I'm a content creator, and currently I'm scaling up my marketing agency while being in second year of my college. I'm doing undergraduation right now. I started my LinkedIn journey almost a year ago, and since then I've never looked back. I've built a community of over 20,000 plus people in just 10 months. And I've worked with 10 plus clients across the group, and I am very proud to say that I've worked with one of the top founders, a 30 under 30 founder, and I'm currently working with startup founders in the crypto and fintech industry. Uh, Today's agenda: figuring out the why, understanding your target audience, profile optimization, networking with the recruiters, personal branding, the real game, creating high quality content, and monetizing your audience. But you should understand before starting your LinkedIn journey, you should understand your why. You should know why are you there on LinkedIn, because if you don't know your why, you'll randomly connect with people, you'll randomly share posts on anything, and you won't attract the you know attract the right kind of audience that you want. So for example, if you want to get freelance gig as a digital marketer, and if you're talking about web development and designing, and you're connecting with people from the law background and all sorts of stuff, then I'm sorry, but it won't help you. So you need to be very clear on your why before starting your LinkedIn journey. And how can you what can be your why? Like it can be to generate leads as a freelancer, get internship opportunities, get a better high paying job, build your startup in public, or anything else. Or how can you understand your target audience? Ask yourself these three questions: whom do you help, what do you help them achieve, and how do you do that? For example, I help crypto and fintech founders build a kick ass personal brand on LinkedIn using content marketing. If you're looking for a job or internship opportunity, ask yourself, what do you do? What are your dream companies? Who could get you a job interview offer? And your potential target group could be hiring managers, people in the similar roles, and in the similar roles in the senior level. Any questions so far? Okay, so there are no questions. We'll move ahead. So I've done this. I've committed this mistake before I started out on LinkedIn. I randomly connected with people from all the different kinds of background. I connected once. I connected with someone from a law college. It was basically, I think, NLU. Then I got many suggestions of people into law, and I was so confused. Why is this happening? Because LinkedIn understands whom you want to connect with once you start connecting with people, and then they'll push all the kind of similar profiles to you, and you'll be very clueless, and it becomes very difficult in the end. You won't get inbound leads, or you won't be visible, and you'll be like, LinkedIn is just a waste. So let's move on to LinkedIn profile optimization. Why is it important? It is important because you want to show up when someone is searching for the keyword you want to rank for. Now I'll give you a live demo of what kind of keywords I'm searched for and how you can also optimize it. So when you go on your LinkedIn profile, this is my LinkedIn profile. You'll have these search appearances. You click on that, and my profile appeared on 460 search results between March 15 to March 12. And what are the keywords that people were searching for so that my profile appeared? It was specialist, marketer, strategist, content specialist, and freelance writer. I'm pretty much satisfied because this is what I do, and people are searching for me on the basis of these keywords, and my profile is getting visible. So this is the job title. Probably I've written somewhere as author, because you write and you call yourself writer. So that's the reason why author is coming up. Business strategist, because on one of my internship experience, I think I've written business strategist. So that's why it's coming up. Yeah. Top three outcomes we optimize our profile for: to get found on the search, to get found on the feed, and the third one is the CTA. And the three important factors that helps us optimize are searchability, clickability, and approachability. So what is searchability? Let's move on to first searchability. Searchability is like all the kind of keywords that you are using. Like I'm using LinkedIn organic growth, personal branding expert, helping B2B founders to build their personal brand. Like it's coming personal brand, LinkedIn organic growth, content marketing, freelancer. And I've used all kind of keywords in my about section as well. All of these keywords, you can find it on my about section: personal brand in LinkedIn, content marketing, generate sales. So all of this keywords I'm using, and that's why I'm getting found for these keywords, and I'm getting queries, more and more queries. I have used keywords in my experience section as well. This is very underrated and people don't do that. I recommend you to highly do this. If you are adding your job experience or internship experience, please add what have you done, what value did you brought up, and what what all have you done, what are the results that you've achieved in these experience section. This I've also added LinkedIn personal branding, and I have written LinkedIn post, LinkedIn profile optimization. So I'm basically telling LinkedIn that this is the keywords I want to search for, and you better rank me for this. It's kind of like the Google SEO. I'm not very sure how many of you know what Google SEO is, but I'm optimizing my profile, and it's kind of similar to Google how LinkedIn works. All the and I've also written my skills and endorsement sections. Maybe you can find all the keywords: content writing, content marketing, LinkedIn lead generation. So everything these are the keywords like I want to be found for, and this comes the searchability. So for example, if I'm looking for digital marketers to connect with, so these are people who have their job titles as headline as digital marketing, digital marketer. All sorts of people are coming up here, right? You can see. Now, what all? One thing more, that it's not under our control. Searchability is not 100% in our control. Why? Because firstly, LinkedIn will whatever your location is. Like my location is Delhi currently, so LinkedIn will show me people from Delhi. So the geographical thing comes in first when the search results come in. So if your location is Delhi, you would find people more from Delhi and number of shared connections. So like this person has around 9 shared connections with me. So shared connections and the people from Delhi would come up first. Now next is, how do you optimize your headline? So be specific about what you do. If you're a product manager or a web developer, write that in the first 3 words of yours should be the whatever you do. Because it comes up when you're searching. You can see the first 5 6 words, and write your keywords there firstly. Then add what are you helping people with. Example, you're helping startup founders build SaaS products. You can also write your achievements. For example, this startup is backed by Y Combinator, and your prestigious institute name. You can also add that. and CTA for your target audience. CTA is basically asking to take action, call to action for your target audience. So if you want someone to DM you right away, you can write that if you want to know further about my services, DM me. So yeah, an ideal headline would look like this: enabling global startups to build brands that are loved, brand strategist, storyteller, and communications consultant, LinkedIn top voice, 21, speaker and advisor. Now the about section. About section is very crucial. What all to include in your about section? You can include your backstory, like how did you start, what were your struggles, how you did everything, your unique value proposition, and achievements and expertise. A little bit of personal touch. To give the personal touch, you can talk about your hobbies, etc., your contact email, and then asking to reach out to you. Give a CTA. Also, about section is like telling everything there it is to know about your professional journey. And you have to be unique because there are a lot of people who would be doing similar stuff as yours. So, how do you stand out? And please don't do this mistake a lot of people do, that they write their about section in the third person. Make it in the first person. Make it conversational so that it flows. Like if you're talking that if I write that Miss Zahra has done this, Miss Zahra has done that, she has the experience of working with 10 plus clients across the globe, then it won't make sense. Like it would like look like someone else has written on her behalf. If it's your profile, you should talk to people who are whoever is coming to you. So it gives more, like it connects better, and people would want to reach out to you, and they would want to talk to you, right? So I'll give you an example of my what my LinkedIn about section looks like. Or you can also do this too long didn't read version, because it's really long. Someone would not want to read so much and would like to directly get to the point. So I have written this in the form of like I'm talking to someone, and then I've listed all my services, so that it also helps in optimization. It also tells clearly what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, and a little bit about myself. That is the personal touch that you're giving. In the end, uh, I'm giving a CTA so that you, matlab, if they want to talk to me, they can reach out to me directly through this email or just DMing me. Next comes your profile picture and your banner. It's very important because I've seen a lot of people putting up their profile picture that's just random. Some people even use dog filters from Snapchat. Please don't do that. It looks very unprofessional. I'm not asking you to keep a very stern face to look professional. You can wear a smile so that it looks more approachable, right? And keep a headshot, no side profiles and looking here and there stuff. Just keep a eye contact, wear a smile, and you don't have to be very professional and not too casual as well. Make it very clear. Also, the banner should talk about your target audience, should reflect who you are and where you are featured or clientele. If you don't have any of these, please don't worry, you don't need to add that. And also put the text to the right, because your profile picture comes here. So if you're writing it here, it won't be visible to the people, and they would find hard to read. So keep it here so that there's enough room for your profile picture and your text doesn't get hidden behind your picture. uh, Also, the approachability factor that we were talking, approachable is like if your profile picture is very good, then they would want to reach out to you. So your profile picture plays a very important role in the approachability. Also, what all you do, uh, your title or basically your services, that is approachability, that counts in approachability. Now coming to LinkedIn All-Star Profile. How many of you have All-Star Profile, LinkedIn All-Star Profile? Just let me know. Type me in the chat box. If you have LinkedIn AllStar profile, just type me in the chat box. You have intermediate. Okay. Summary part left. Oh, I have. Okay, great. Intermediate. Okay. Okay, it's very important for you to have a LinkedIn AllStar profile. And how can you get the AllStar profile? You basically need to fill up all of these: education, industry, your picture, current position, location, your summary, and add all the all your five skills. So you get this badge. That's the LinkedIn AllStar. And why is it important? Like, if you have an all-star profile badge, your profile is 27 more times more likely to be found on the recruiter searches. So it's very important to for you to have that. And also, please keep updating your profile. You shouldn't be like, your profile shouldn't be dead. Your headline should be optimized every once in a month or so. I hope nobody is having this reaction right now. Okay, now it's time to clean up and rebuild your profile from the scratch. Yes? Is anybody having any question? If you're having any question, please type in the chat box and I'll answer it. Till here, any questions?
Till now, there are like no such questions are there.
Okay. Okay, not a problem. Just give me a moment. Okay, time to clean up and rebuild your profile from the scratch. You might be having a lot of random connections with people, those who are not of your industry, those who are not in your target audience. So you need to clean them up. You need to filter them. You need to just put them out of your network, because if you have a lot of people and they're not interested in your content, they're not sharing, and if you think that they won't be interested in the kind of content you are creating, please remove them. It's good for them and it's even better for you, because I'll tell you why. If you keep sharing your content and you have over 5,000 connection, and if you get like 5 to 10 likes, and those are the people who are interested in your content, LinkedIn would say, okay, iska profile, it's not good, it's not relevant to the people, so let's put the post down, push it down. The LinkedIn algorithm works in that kind of way. Okay, you having first degree connection, second degree connection, and third degree connections to you will also come on that. But it's very important that if now you're starting your LinkedIn journey, you should clean up your profile, filter them out. Let's move on to LinkedIn search. How LinkedIn search works. So I've opened the LinkedIn search bar, and I've simply pressed enter. Now, if I'm looking for chief executive officer, okay, this is pretty. We're looking for chief financial officer. Okay. So we'll be having a lot of random people as well. LinkedIn basically works on the Boolean search. You might be knowing it better than me, how Boolean searches work. So LinkedIn basically works on that. If you're just typing like, if we type digital marketer or digital or marketing expert, you'll have a lot of people coming up from. Matlab, they'll be having their digital, or some people might be having marketer into their profile, and they would rank up on the search appearances result. So how LinkedIn works, they work on a Boolean search. So you can filter people from here. You can like, you can put the title here, and you can see. Now we're getting digital marketing specialist. If we want to search for digital marketing specialist, we'll have the specific keywords coming up. Digital marketing specialist. So that's how the LinkedIn searches work. Now moving on to the networking part. Networking part. The rule number one is not to send connection requests without personalized invite. I'm pretty sure a lot of few people have been just sending uh, connection requests without any personalized note. A lot of people do that. Don't worry. So it's your, if you are sending connection requests to people, and if you don't, if you're sending connection requests to people without any personalized note, chances are that your request might not get accepted. They'll simply ignore it, or it would be kept. It would be just lying there in their invitation box. So what you can do is, like, you can always add a personalized note. You should give them a reason why you want to connect with them. Okay. So just tell me, you are a software developer and you want to reach out to a company for getting a job. Whom would you send an invite? First two people who are going to answer this will get a one-on-one 15 minutes conversation with me, and I'll help them with anything on LinkedIn. The question is, you are a software developer and you want to reach out to a company for getting a job. Whom would you send an invite?
Uh, so you all can speak if anybody unable to write in the chat box. If he or she wants to speak, they speak.
First two people who get the answer right would get for 15 minutes one-on-one. Oh, okay. I've got one. Shanawaz Alam, senior software developer, yes. Okay, which has the same job profile as mine. Okay, we've got two. It's Shanawaz and Ryan. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm spelling it out wrong.
Ryan, say.
Okay, 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 yes. So I've already told you that you would be reaching out to people in the senior level or hiring managers of the company. So what should you add in your note? You should give them a reason why do you want to connect with them, and because uh, you don't want your invite to get ignored, right? And if you're sending an invite, you just get a better you're standing out. I get a lot of invitations on a daily basis, and trust me, I don't accept even one or two in just in a week, in a over a week span, because none of them are personalized. I only accept requests of the CEOs who are my potential customers, because they might not be knowing how to send a personalized invite, which is okay. But people randomly sending me connection requests, I don't accept it. I'll also give you a template of like how what an ideal template looks like. You can use that as well. And also never make it about yourself when you're sending out to invite to people. Just make it about them. What should be your audience composition when you are networking with people? So 30 to 50% of your target audience should be your target audience. People in your network should be your target audience. That is people from who can benefit, whom you can benefit from. So if you are looking for a job, you can connect with HRs and people in the senior level roles. And if you are a business owner, or if you are a freelancer looking for more gigs, you should reach out to CEOs or people who can give you the freelance gigs, right? And 40 to 60% people who engage with your content. You also don't want your content to just lie, because these CEOs and founders, they don't have enough time to engage with your content. Although they notice it, but they don't engage and they don't react. So what happens is your post just keeps lying there, and it doesn't get a good reach. So if you're putting out content, you would want people to like it, share it, and comment from it. So people who are in the same industry as yours, like I am connecting with marketers, digital marketers, and people into social media. So I connect with them and they engage with my content. Whom to add? These are the people you can add. How to add? Use a simple LinkedIn search to find people from your target group. We've already done that. Send a personalized note and OPN, a personalized note. This I've already told that 97% of the time people don't send a personalized invite. Simply stated, they don't give a reason to connect, why they want to connect, and it often gets ignored. So this is the example of a good note. You can use this note, and I'll send you more note. I'll give you more resources over the WhatsApp group that I've created, and you can access all the resources from there. This is the pro tip, to always make it about them and not you. What's OPN? OPN stands for Other People Network. You basically can leverage other people's network. Like you've seen people, for example, there's Ankur Variku, or there is Raj Shamani or Ranveer Alabadia. They have a lot of audience. They whenever they post something, a lot of people come and cheer them up. They write their views in the comments and stuff. So if that kind of audience, you want to connect with that kind of audience, you can go into their comment section and you can uh, connect with people who are very active on LinkedIn. I'll just show you an example. So, for example, this person is also a LinkedIn personal branding expert. Now he has 14 comments, almost 7 comments, including all the replies. Um, so I'll just see whom I can connect with and people who can engage with my content. So this is Hershey Srivastav. She is not connected to me currently. But what I can do is I can directly reach out to her and I can send her a personalized note, because she is also from my industry. And if she is active, she would definitely engage with my content, and it would give me a boost, right? She's a content strategist, copywriter, and basically social media strategist. That's it. That's the kind of people I connect with. We can also connect with Pragya because she is also helping people on LinkedIn. She's also a LinkedIn marketer. So this is the leveraging the OPN, other people's network. You can tap into their network, and you can basically connect with the people, and you can get the traction you want on your profile. Coming to the most important part of the session, it's content. Sorry. So what we say in Bollywood cinemas, it's entertainment, entertainment, and entertainment. For LinkedIn or for any social media platform, it's content, content, and content. The more content you share, the more reach you get, the more you create a personal brand, and you basically fulfill all you want. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important content is on LinkedIn? So it's, oh, a lot important. I cannot stress enough on this because you can optimize your profile, you can network with people, but if you're not sharing content, you're simply standing on those 90% of the people who are there on LinkedIn, whose presence is there on LinkedIn, but they don't get recognized. They don't get a lot of opportunities. But if you're sharing content, you stand in the top 1 to 2%. Content is king. How? Content drives traffic, the LinkedIn algorithm, the ripple effect. Ripple effect is when, if, for example, if I am connected to you on LinkedIn and you comment something on my profile, on my post. So it will be visible to your audience as well. It will go on your feed, because it will come that so and so commented on Miss Zehra's post, right? So this is the ripple effect, the reach of what we don't have on Instagram. You can only see people whom you are following, and if your friends are following someone and if they are commenting on someone's post, it's not coming up on your feed, right? But that's not the case on LinkedIn. You If you comment on someone else's post, your entire network, or maybe a lot of people from your network, would be able to see the post. Your content reaches to a wide audience through ripple effect, reaches out to your target audience and gets all your motive fulfilled. They choose to follow you and connect with you, and you get more opportunities. That's why content is the king. So 90% of the audience on LinkedIn is dead, which means they notice your content but never react or engage. They contribute to the organic impressions. So the number of times your post is getting viewed is counted as impression. It's one impression if your content gets viewed one time, and second time the impressions just get counted by these 90% of the people who don't react or engage with the content. 6 to 8% they engage, they just engage, they comment, they react, they share it on their own profile, because simply they're so lazy to share it on their own. They don't want to put in efforts and write, so they simply just engage with other people's content. 1 to 2% people only create the content. So be in the top 1%, because who doesn't want to stand out, right? If you want to get more visibility, and if you want more inbound offers rather than outbound offers, then you should definitely create content. So I'll tell you my case. I don't do cold outreaches, cold emails a lot. I i rarely have done that on LinkedIn, simply because I get enough uh, queries for my services through just inbound leads. My content gets visible. If it's adding value, then the founder would come up on my profile, check my profile, and then they would simply drop a message that, hi, I found your profile to be very interesting, and I'm interested in your services. Tell me if you can provide me so and so services. So this simply by creating content, I have created a lead pipeline. Like consistently get leads for my business. And if you want to get hired, you can like throw your resume away and you can just simply start building your LinkedIn profile, and it would work better than your resume, because that's your online presence. You've created a personal brand for yourself. And in whichever organization you go, your organization would be benefited from your personal brand, because that's what people are now looking for. What kind of content to create? So it's okay, Mistake. Now I've understood content is important, but what kind of content to create? Because I am a beginner, I don't know what to talk about. So I would suggest you to just stay focused on your niche. You should pick one industry, or if you know what your niche already is, pick trending topics from your industry. Pick anything that you find worth sharing, and you can simply create content around that. The best thing you can do is to talk about industries that interest you, or in which something, or the industries in which you have some expertise in. What type of content works on LinkedIn? So on LinkedIn, personal stories are working a lot. They're working like crazy because people want to know, on Instagram, like we like to see stories of people, what they're doing, their daily life, and where they are going, where they're traveling, and all sorts of stuff. It's something similar on LinkedIn, but it's in a bit professional way. So people would want to read motivational stories of people. Like if I have, let's say I have achieved something in my life, and I am talking about that I have done this, and it took me a lot of hard work and efforts to reach where I am. So people will simply come and cheer me up because they are seeking motivation. We are in the constant mindset of like seeking motivation. We seek a lot of motivation and we work so little. So that's the sad part. But people love listening to personal stories, something that gives them the masala or whatever you can say. Twitter screenshots are working like crazy on LinkedIn these days. Polls are working. Polls. I'll give you an example of all of these that I've listed here. Trending topics, motivational and inspiring stories of anyone you've come across. One of them is trending right now. I'll show you that as well. Pro tip: analyze profiles in your niche with a large following and take inspiration from their content. So, if you want to, like, if you've read some kind of content and it's in your niche, and some big creator is sharing and it is working for them, so what you can do is you can write on the similar topic. You can take inspiration and you can like repurpose the content, or you can create your own with your own take on it. Engagement. Okay, first I'll share you all the kind of examples, post examples that is working on LinkedIn these days. And this is an example of personal story. So this is a personal story that this person has shared with a picture. A picture is also playing a very important role these days. It gets the reader hooked. And the important composition of, like, when you're writing a personal story, make sure that your hook is very strong. Your first line has to be so strong that people click on see more and they read your content. The see more that you see on the feed, like if someone is sharing this see more, if I click on this see more, LinkedIn tells the person that okay, this content is good, people want to read after this first line, so let's push it up. Okay, so your first line has to be strong enough that the reader wants to press it on the see more and they read your post. So we were on personal story. Yeah. So he shared his personal story in the form of, he's added a little bit of emotions, his background, where he came from, and how life has changed for him now. Because his basically mother was worked in Dunkin' Donuts, and his father was an Uber driver, and now he's the founder of a lunchbox. So this is kind of a personal story that is working. There are a lot of people. See the reactions it has. It has so many reaction, 13 shares, 92 comments. Poll. This is an example of poll. Poll has been favored by LinkedIn because it was kind of new to LinkedIn, maybe, and the number of votes that you see, she's got like 1468 votes, but her views would be in like uh, 40 50,000. The reach would have been 40 50,000. So these kind of polls are working like crazy. You see 115 likes on it, but there are more number of votes. I think this is simply because people don't want to like react. They're too lazy to react or comment. They'll simply just vote yes or no or whatever the options are. This is an example of a Twitter screenshot. This is a simple statement that is marketing is you reaching to your customers, branding is them coming back to you again. It simply means that your brand has to be so strong that people come back to you again. And she's got like 38 shares and 416 reactions. So it's a lot. And this post must have gone up to like 30,000 views or something. I'm not sure. This is the trending topic. Uh, the story of the boy who was running and who wanted to join an army. There's so many trending topics that are coming up these days. This is one of them, and she's got like a good number of reactions by simply sharing the video. This is also an inspiring story that someone has shared. And this is working a lot on LinkedIn. You can simply tell stories of other people if you don't have your own backstory to build up, and if you're not comfortable putting up your personal story, you can share stories of other people as well. So I think she's shared her own story, and she's uh, like given the first, her hook is really strong, and then she's given like a list of incidents that happened to her, and see with the picture and see the number of reactions she has. It's more than 33,000. This is an example of case study. You can also put case study. Case studies can attract a lot of your clients or maybe recruiters or whoever your target audience is. So this was the case study of Starbucks that she has shared, and so far, so even if you're sharing like 3 posts in a week, it has to be a very good quality. You can't simply shitpost because this is not Facebook. And if you shitpost, it brings a very bad impression, you know. So if you just are randomly sharing jokes and stuff, memes are okay if it makes sense. But if you are just shit posting like people do on Twitter or Facebook, it's not going to bring you any. It's not going to benefit you simply. But yes, quantity is also important. We can't deny that. What types of posts are we suppose? I've shared that already. What is TG? TG is target audience, target group. Yeah. Now moving on to engagement. So we've covered post to share on LinkedIn and what kind of content to share on LinkedIn, but it's very important to engage on other people's posts as well. You can't simply, it's very mean, if you just keep sharing posts and people are like, you're not engaging with someone else's, so they won't also come to you and share you up. Because, yeah, I mean, it's very weird, right? So you should also give a good time in engaging with other people's posts. Start with 5 to 10 posts in a day. Add value. Please don't just comment like interesting or I liked it or anything random. This is what you don't have to do. Yeah, I was just talking about that. Put generic comments like I agree, commenting for better reach and interested. So I would like to talk about this as well. People, if they see a job opportunity or an internship opportunity, they simply comment interested if they want the job opportunity. Just tell me, how is it working? How is it helping? Interested. If you're interested, like, I mean, why are you just commenting interested? Give a reason that, okay, I am interested in this job because uh, uh, I have the relevant experience, and you can even go and directly write a mail or DM them on the LinkedIn itself. Simply commenting interested would make you stand in the line of 100 people queue and just get ignored simply, right? And what mostly people do, it's a very sad reality, but HRs on LinkedIn, they put the posts of hiring just to get engagement uh, on their posts and to get a good reach, because if people comment, it would uh, show up in a lot of people's network and they'll get a good reach. So people have done that. Interested, don't get fooled by any of this. There are so many fake hiring posts that comes up. You simply have to put in efforts. If you're genuinely interested in the job opportunity, you can reach out to the hiring manager directly, stating why are you relevant, why are you suitable for this job, and how can you add value, what all value can you bring to the organization and stuff like that. You can share your resume, or even if your LinkedIn profile is very active, they would want to talk to you more. Do not engage just for the sake of it, just commenting anything. I'll give you a template of what kind of comments you can write. Okay, not adding any value. So you need to add value if you are engaging with other people's content. Like, okay, I've this post is I really like this post, but I also think that you can add your own point. Okay, getting it? Just give me a moment. Any questions till here, please drop in the chat.
Till now, I think there are no such questions.
Okay.
You can proceed further.
All right. Now, the last things to keep in mind when you're posting. Post at 11 a.m. or 5 p.m. That's the best time to get traction. I have done that and it works for me. Avoid posting on Sundays because people don't would not want to open LinkedIn. They don't open LinkedIn generally on Sundays. Please stay away from automation. I'll repeat, please stay away from any kinds of automation, because I'll tell you what, my profile was once temporarily banned just because they thought that I'm using any kind of automation. What I did was I opened 40 people's profile at once, matlab, tab after tab. I've opened 40 people's profile, and the next day when I logged into my LinkedIn in the morning, it was showing that your profile has temporarily been banned, and we suspect that you were using any kind of automation. I was like, my heart just sunk, because I've put a lot of efforts in on building my profile, and what if I lose my profile all of a sudden? So please stop, stay away from automation. Someone I know, her client got permanently banned from LinkedIn because they were using automation. If you want to use automation, there are some tips and tricks. But I won't suggest you to use that even. Please don't do that. At least post 4 times a week. More than that is good enough. Less than that should be minimum three, not lesser. I won't suggest. Tag people whenever you get an opportunity. Turn on post notification of your favorite creators. So you have got this option now. You can turn the post notification of your favorite creators. Thank you for listening. But before that, I also have to talk about the monetization aspect. I've been talking about monetization, how you can monetize your audience in LinkedIn. Now, I would like to add that you can uh, do brand deals, the influencer marketing. All of you might have been are familiar with influencer marketing, the brand deals you see people doing on Instagram or other platforms as well. You can now do that on LinkedIn as well. Influencer marketing is booming on LinkedIn. You can earn up to as much as, like, you can charge up to 10,000 per post. A lot of people I know, and someone who is my mentor, she has a follower count of more than 80,000, and she charges more than 25,000 per post. So you can monetize your audience in terms of that. So it's not like you're just sharing content and you are creating consistently, but there's no ROI. There's a lot of, like, the ROI is really huge, right? You can you can do brand deals. You can also, if you're launching your digital products, you have a huge audience to support you. That's how you can monetize it. And also the personal branding part, that uh, this is how you build personal brand. You stand out, like you help a lot of people. You present yourself in a way that you are the thought leader of the industry you are in. And having a personal brand is important these in this time, because it makes it more easier for you to get hired, to attract a lot of people, and attract your, if you want to scale up your business. You can also if you want to build your own startup, and if you don't have the marketing budget, having a personal brand is a plus point, because you can use your profile to market your company. Yugansh, I've given the example. He built his personal brand, and now he is using his personal brand to market his company. So he's basically spending $0 on marketing for his own company. Vaibhav Sasindhi, who is a real OG of LinkedIn, has done that as well. He's now building Growth School, and he has a very strong presence on LinkedIn, and that's why he got a lot of people signing up on his workshops on Growth School, just because he has a personal brand. So that's very important to start implementing the strategies. Take the first mover advantage before it's too late. The best time was 2 years back when the pandemic hit. The second best time is now, or it's never. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Zara, for your presentation. Now there are few questions from our audience. So one is that, what if your face is not worthy enough for the profile photo?
I don't think that's a question, because you have to look human no matter who you are. And I'm not saying that you're going onto a beauty contest, or you're going for a Miss Universe or something. It's just that it's you, it's your profile, and you have to put your face. If you're
Okay,
not putting your face, and it won't make sense. The approachability factor that I've talked about would not come into the place.
okay. So the next question is there any specific time to upload a post to get more views?
Yes, you can use the morning time, the 10:30 a.m. or 11 a.m., or you can use 5 p.m. Both works. Whenever your audience is wide awake, you can post it.
Okay, so there's another question. If someone has a creative interest like writing, conventional artistic stuff, can they make a separate account for that because they don't want to mix up the algorithm with their main job profile?
I've got this question a lot of times, but I recommend to having this just one profile because LinkedIn would flag you. LinkedIn might flag you. If you want to have, if you want to talk about creative stuff, you can define your content pillars. So if you want to, if you are into corporate or if you are into some kind of job, then you can have define your content pillars that this day I'm going to talk about marketing, this day I'm going to talk about writing, this day I'm going to talk about what are the challenges people are facing in my industry, right? You can define your content pillars. Simply talking about one thing would be very monotonous and would bore your audience. So sometimes what people do is they are good writers. Like I also am a writer, but I write more of fictional stuff. But now I have to move into business writing. So what can I do? I can give writing tips. Sometimes I can write uh, things that is very artistic and people would want to read that, right? So you can have a mix of content, have a content mix, and then you can use it on your profile. But don't have two profiles because it becomes very difficult to manage in the first place, and then you won't be. It's very difficult to be active on one profile. Forget the two profiles. I don't recommend it at all. At all.
Okay, so till now there are no such question. So now, Maria, you can proceed.
Sure. So now we have reached the end of this insightful session, and it's a time to express a feeling of gratitude to each and everyone present in this session, especially to our speaker, Ms. Mislay Zehra, who took out time for us and made this event so perceptive. And before leaving, I would like all the attendees to fill out the feedback forms given in the chat box. Thank you, everyone. That's all for the day, and have a marvelous day ahead.
This is the WhatsApp chat support that I've given. All of your questions you are having, whenever you're having any questions, you can simply ask that in the chat, WhatsApp chat. And also, we can have a lot of resources sharing. I'll be sharing a lot of resources over the week, and and I would request you to start creating content on LinkedIn, and please share your content as well on the group so that we can give you the initial boost and you can go ahead with your journey. Thank you so much. It was an honor for me speaking at JMI. Thank you so much.
You all can leave. Thank you.